Good morning, Year 9. Today we're going to look at adding and subtracting algebraic fractions. Now the denominators are the same. We can add or subtract the numerators just like we do if we have just numbers on top. Just when we've done that, check to see the answer can be simplified by cancelling common factors. So our first example, simplify each of the following. We've got r on 3 plus r on 3. Now we've got r on 3 plus r on 3. The denominator is common, is 3. We can multiply, we can add the two together. R plus r on 3 equals 2r over 3. A second example, 3y and 4y on 5. So the denominator is common, 5. We can simply add the two of them together, put them over the common denominator. 3y plus 4y is 7y on 5. Our next one, we are subtracting. We've got p on 8 minus 5 on 8. Putting them both over the common denominator of 8, we have p minus 5 on 8. And our last one, 7m on 10 minus 3m on 10. Put them over our common denominator of 10. We have 7m minus 3m, which is 4m. Once we get to that, we realise that 2 will go into both 4 and 10, so we can put a factor of 2 in those, and we end up with 2m on 5. Okay, let's have a look at if the denominators are not the same. So the denominators are not the same when we are adding or subtracting fractions. We must convert them to a common same denominator. So a quick way to find a common denominator is to multiply the denominators of both fractions together. Now this might not give us the lowest common denominator, but will give us a common denominator. And once we have a common denominator, we can do our operation, and then if needed at the end, we can simplify. Simplify each of the following. K on 3 plus k on 2. So k on 3 plus k on 2, what we do is we multiply the first one by the denominator of the second one. So we've got 2 over 2, which is 1, times k on 3. And our second one, we're going to multiply by the second denominator, 3, or the first denominator, the second one, times k on 2. Now this is going to give us, for the first one, we've got 2k on 6, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3k on 6. So we end up with 2k plus 3k on 6, which is 5k on 6. Our next one, we've got 3h on 4, and that is being added to 2h on 5. So for the first one, multiply by the second denominator, 5 over 5 times 3h on 4. And the next one, multiply by the first denominator, top and bottom, and that is going to give us 4 times 2h on 4 times 5. We end up with, for the first one, 5 times 3 is 15 over 5 times 4 is 20. The second one, 4 by 2 is 8h on 4 by 5, 20. So we end up with 15h plus 8h on 20, or 23h on 20. Our next one is a subtraction. We've got 5 on 8 minus 5m on 8 minus 2m on 3. We're going to do the same thing, 5m on 8 minus 2m on 3. So for the first one, we're going to use the 3 multiplied by the second denominator times the first number, gives us 5, gives us 3 over 3 on times 5m on 8. Then we're going to subtract our second one, which is going to be our first denominator, 8 times the second fraction, 2m on 3. If we look at those, we've got 3 times 5m equals 15m. 3 times 8 is 24, 15m on 24 minus 8 times 2m is 16m. over 8 times 3 is 24, so we end up with 15m minus 16m on top on 24. 15m minus 16m is minus m over our denominator of 24. Finally, we look at this next one, 3/4 plus 2a on 3, and the top doesn't look the same anymore, so we're probably going to end up with two separate things on the top. We've got 3/4 plus 2a on 3, same thing. First fraction, we look at our second denominator is 3, multiply 3 times 3 on top, 3 times 4 on the bottom, add, and look at our first denominator, which is 4, multiply 4 times 2a, plus 4 times 3, we end up with 9 on 12, plus 8a on 12, we end up with 9 plus 8a on 12. We can't simplify or anything with that, so it's going to stay that way as our answer. Again, our last example, we've got 3k on 5 minus m on 4. So 4 times 3k divided by 4 times 5 minus 5 times m divided by 5 times 4 gives us 12k on 20 minus 5m on 20. So look at this all over a 20, and we end up with 12k minus 5m. So look at this, your first one, just our first chunk. So our first chunk, just do these questions in question 1 where all our denominators are the same, and then once you've done that, have a go at the question 3 where our denominators are different. Have a great day, and send me an email if you've got any questions. Thank you.